First, Scarlett Johansson sounded the alarm about ChatGPT stealing her voice, and now the star of the 1997 movie Face Off is worried AI will steal his face, body, and his acting jobs. In a new interview with The New Yorker, Nicolas Cage reveals how he is now regretting submitting to 2 full body scans for upcoming films where technicians upload his likeness into a computer to facilitate special effects. But now he says he's terrified that eventually AI will have the power to access those scans, steal his body, and, quote, do whatever they want with it. That said, one AI startup backed by NVIDIA and Mark Cuban, the billionaire, is forging ahead with scans, body scans of actors and models, but for training videos, not movies. Watch this one.
In this course, we will focus on 3 core skills that are crucial for effective communication in any setting.
That video is created by Synthesia. The actress is a real person, but the words coming out of her mouth are completely generated by artificial intelligence, letting the user, in the words of Nicolas Cage, kind of do whatever they want, or make her say whatever they want. But let's get more on this. The co-founder and CEO of Synthesia, Victor Riparbelli, is joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive. Tell me who that woman was, how you got her on camera, what she agreed to, and then how you've made her mouth and voice say whatever you guys want.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. So Synthesia is an AI video platform working with predominantly the enterprise and some of the world's largest companies. And really, we help them just create more video content, right? So if you think of where we are today, people want to watch and listen to their content. They don't want to read that much anymore, just like they're watching this show right now. But the problem is the video production, historically at least, has been very intensive in terms of the money required, the time and the skill. And what we offer is a much easier way to make these videos. So instead of filming with a camera, go to our platform, select one of these stock actors, or you create yourself, which is a very popular feature, and then just type up a script and we make a video for you. So we have a library of actors that is on the platform that you can use. But actually, a very large percentage of our customers make their own sort of AI clone, and they make videos with that.
Okay, so customers, and many of them Fortune 500 companies, can actually decide who they want, but you have a library of these avatars, which are actually real people. I think we have a video of how you were doing this, and then you've just rolled out a brand new model for this. But basically, people would stand there and you would take a full body scan. They would agree to this. And what would you be able to capture here, Victor?
So you can either capture it in the studio, but you can actually also just do it from home on your webcam, which is the most popular way to create your own avatar. So kind of like I'm doing right now, right? You just do it from home with a camera, and then you're good to go. Essentially what these models learn is some sort of representation of you. It learns how you speak, how you gesture, and that's not too dissimilar from what visual effects studios have been trying to do for many, many years, right? So in Hollywood, you see digital humans in every single film almost that you watch. You have digital scenes and green screens. So this is kind of a continuation of that technology, ultimately. The thing that AI enables here is that rather than having to spend millions of dollars on creating a digital clone of someone and then animating it, you can actually do this all the way down to just using a webcam. So that's the kind of power of AI here, right? It makes it much, much more accessible and much, much more scalable than doing it the sort of traditional way you would do in Hollywood.
Well, Nicolas Cage, the actor, expresses concern that they took a body scan. This was a different company because you had started in the movie industry but morphed to the actual corporate business industry. We'll get to that in a second, but Nick Cage is a little concerned about this because think about it. These actors and these models that you have already in your library, what kind of contract did they sign? Do you basically have them sign something that says we can use it for anything? And I mean, I know you're not doing this, but I mean, you could take it and use it for porn or something like that and make a lot of money.
But definitely not, right? So when we founded the company, we did so on an ethical framework called the 3 Cs, which is about consent, control, and collaboration. The first one is consent. And I think, understandably, a lot of people are kind of worried about where's this going to go and what can this be used for. But of course, consent should be the baseline for anything that you do here. Everyone we work with has gone through the process of creating the avatar. They're very well aware of what that means and what that entails. And there's very clear guidelines for consent rights. We'd never create an avatar of someone without their consent. Okay. After that comes control, which is we take a very strong stance on what you can create, what kind of content you're allowed to create on the platform. And we're very restrictive on that. So that's kind of mainly focused on B2B content, right? You wouldn't be able to produce hate speech or violence or those sort of things. So of course, everything here has to be done with control, right? That's the baseline, I'd say, for any of these technologies.
Because I sat there and I watched that first clip of the woman wearing the lavender sweater, and I was looking at her mouth and the way she was speaking, and I could not tell that she had actually never uttered those words. You had manipulated it, so I think that's really fascinating. Right here on our screen, you've got everyone from Zoom to Xerox using this product. I'm sure it's really helpful for them, because when you have to pay somebody to tape any kind of promotional video, believe me, we know, being on television, you got take 1, take 3, take 5. But what happens in the future? Because I'm thinking about who's using this service, how much does it cost? If somebody with their webcam or their cell phone cam at their home wants to do one of these, what are you charging?
So, I mean, we have a free version of the product you can use, and it goes all the way down to $30 to get access to create your own avatar, and of course goes much bigger than that if you're an enterprise company. But I think ultimately, I understand a lot of people kind of, you want to compare this to traditional video production, but actually what we're seeing with our customers is that, at least today, this is not really about replacing traditional video production. Traditional video production is still way better at all of your key brand moments and the really important content in your business. This is really much more about replacing text. So if you look at all the content that people make on the Synthesia platform today, probably 99.9% of that would have been a slide deck or a Word document if it hadn't been a Synthesia video.
Sorry,
so the people
did you
making
say
these
the
videos
cost?
are actually mostly not video professionals.
Did you say the price? Because I really know my viewers will want to know.
Yeah, I mean, we have a free version you can play around with.
And then
it starts at $30.
Okay.
$30 per month. And then it goes, of course, much bigger depending on how many seats that you require.
Please do not offer this to Fox Business, because Varney, Cavuto, Charles Payne and I will have a fit. We do not, we want to be the ones on the set here. We don't want to be replaced. Well, Victor, go ahead.
Well, actually, I think I understand that, but I think what's actually most exciting about these technologies, which I think we'll see a lot of this year, is that you could do a lot of things with AI videos you couldn't do with a normal video. So if you had an avatar of yourself, you could deliver a personalized news video to all of your viewers every single morning, which isn't just, this is what's happening in the world, right? This is about the stocks that you own, the sports teams that you follow, and so on, which is kind of like what most of our text experiences is already today.
Well, I got a TikTok channel. I do that anyway. But Victor, it is fascinating. You got major investors with Mark Cuban and NVIDIA. And I know Kleiner Perkins, Google Ventures involved. Good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.